Hi guys. Well, we had a nice planned out video for today, and tonight as we were editing it, we took a quick break and we watched a few of our favorite YouTubers, and one of them was Ministeading, and we found it so inspiring and so much fun that we dropped everything and we said we're starting over. So tonight we're just gonna shoot this one live thing, no cuts at all, because we don't have time to do that. Don't have time to edit anything, and this is going to be more fun anyway. So
they posted a video on what their most useful tool was, and then they labeled it as an open collaboration. So anyone who wants to join can post a video and be participating in this collaboration. So this is our part, I guess.
Well, okay, so in keeping with the original intention of the collaboration, I'm going to share my favorite tool, and it's my favorite because I use it every single day, even in broad daylight. It's my super bright flashlight, and it's a gift from my dad, but I've been eyeballing it for a long time, really wanting it, but I just couldn't quite get myself to drop $100 for it. So, but it's so worth it.
What kind is it?
It's Phoenix or Phoenix, I don't know how you say it, but it is super awesome, and it gets, I'm looking at the LCD screen here, it gets super bright, and it's so bright that I can see into cracks and stuff in between, you know, studs in the house or whatever it is, in broad daylight. So it's really cool, and at nighttime I'd be kind of lost without it. So that's our favorite tool, my favorite tool anyway.
But the real reason why we're doing this post is because the thing that Doug shares is his tool that he can't live without is his graph paper notebook. And I was just like, oh. It was really cool. They talked about how they saw Lizzie drawing on graph paper in one of our videos, and how he was like, oh, that is awesome. And he apparently used to, or has always drawn in graph paper notebooks, and we were just like, so we went and got all of our papers out, and we're going to share some of it with you.
We're like, yay, our friend is just like us. Yeah.
We agree with the paper being a tool. So, you know, for not wanting, we shared the flashlight because we wanted to not completely hijack the entire video and copy everything. So we're going to,
well, we're copying because they spent more time sharing.
That's true.
So yeah, we're copying you guys. Thanks, Ministeading.
You're
very inspiring.
Yeah.
So this is kind of something we've been wanting to share for a long time, just our drawings of the house, but it seems like we keep on going so quickly from one project to the other that it doesn't make sense to stop and show.
Look, this is what we thought about. Yeah, but we already built it, you know.
Right.
So anyway, but now we're showing.
Yeah, it never felt like it fit, but can you see that? Let me try to center.
So we looked up on Google Earth and found out what our property looks like from above. And so this is our...
Is that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So this is our 7-acre property. So we kind of...
We were generous. We drew a lot of dreamy stuff more than actual literal. There's a pond in there. We actually have a lot more ponds now, accidentally.
Yeah. So here's the house and the sunroom that we built on, and here's our little apple orchard. And we really do have pretty close to that many trees, but they're definitely not filled out that much. And here's our big, tall, skinny tree. And right now, yeah, we definitely have a pond back there, but it's not that big. It's more like, oh, that big. But we do plan on having
a real pond.
Yeah, there's a huge pond back here behind the cow shed, or where we used to be milking the cow, and now she's up here with the chickens. But yeah, but we want to make it look like a natural pond there, and another one out there near one of our garden spots, and one there. And this is the part where we rotate Buttercup's grazing. So there's this little walkway back here, so she can enter the barn whenever she wants. You know, the shed and the barn. But then every few days, So we'll let her graze on just this section, for example, and everything else will be closed off. So she can just go in there whenever she wants, and then come down to the barn to get water or to get milked. And then we'll close that off and let her go on to some other ones. So there's the grand plan. Well, that's this is sort of like the running total or whatever.
So far.
Yeah, this is kind of
We
like...
change it a lot in our heads.
So what we're working on in our minds at the moment. Okay.
So this is a drawing that we drew before we did our entryway. Now this is what we were thinking of doing for that rock wall. Now we didn't end up having it look exactly like that. We didn't do the alcove, mostly because Trent had put literal blood, sweat, and tears into our house, and he was a little bit tired. But I actually like it. I'm okay with not having this because that could get really annoying to decorate around. You would have to literally do something like that every time.
Yeah, I'm glad it's just just a rock wall. Okay, this one won't even be recognizable to most people because it's the part that we haven't really worked on. This is
I don't think we've ever filmed here. This is right next to the clothesline.
It's the east side of the house. So our bedroom window would be up here. And we've changed styles a lot. This looks more Spanish. And we've before we settled on it, we kind of went to the Spanish style a lot.
None of the plants in this picture exist.
They exist in our mind, though.
But they will.
Here's an accurate scale drawing that we're... there?
Yeah.
Of the front of our house. We used this... we drew this in preparation for the other accurate scale drawing that we had to turn into the building department to get permission to build our sunroom last year. And so, so we saved our permits, and that was so much fun to finally get a new thing built, from the ground up, instead of just redoing the existing house. It was fun to do that. It was fun bringing this into the inspector. I hand drew it, and I brought him the original. And he took one look at it, and he says, "You drew this?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Well, looks like you know what you're doing. Go ahead." And he signed it off right there. So I thought that was really cool. And it took me like 3 months to draw it because I wanted to get it super accurate, and I was nervous about how to do something that was so accurate that I could get a permit.
Something that gave us a heart attack and took us forever to figure out was this is aerial drawings of the roof. So you can see the shadows and stuff of what the shape of the roof. We were having a really hard time.
It gets so complex in some of those. It's really funny.
I'm so glad we didn't build any of those.
I don't know. It kind of... Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a nightmare.
We basically just did like a T-cross section, right?
Which is kind of what we wanted in the beginning. We just didn't know how to visualize it for some reason. That's fun.
This is really old stuff. I think this is supposed to be the living room.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the front windows.
The south wall.
Where our couch is, and there's a painting hanging between just two windows currently.
So this is back before we thought of doing the sunroom. We just wanted a lot of passive solar.
South-facing windows immediately in the room. Here's our dining room, and it's kind of like this. Of course, we don't have the vaulted ceiling.
It's like in that Font Hill book we were sharing in a different episode, where he built these arched ceilings that they're really, really strong. But
I still kind of want to do it.
I want them because they're pretty, but I can't. For some reason, I can't let go of the wooden beams. I just love them.
Yeah, wood beams are really awesome.
Trent's nice and lets me keep them.
In one of our, maybe we'll make a vaulted dairy building or something. I don't know. I still want to make those an arched, like dome ceiling.
This is a kitchen wood fire pizza oven thingy that we designed. Very complex.
We're kind of inspired by, if you've seen Harry Potter, it's like the Weasley's house.
Yes.
The burrow.
Yes.
And we're very inspired by that type of design. We've never showed you guys the bathroom because it's nothing like
It's still
this
half
yet.
built.
But this is our composting toilet and our old-fashioned, clawfoot tub that
We have the tub. We just don't have it installed yet.
Yeah, it's outside rusting right now.
It gives it character.
It actually does. It started out rusting because we got it from the scrapyard for $15, which is pretty cool. But I want to make all the cabinetry, both here and in the kitchen.
This is when we wanted our house to look like a haunted house.
I think it was probably October when we drew this. But isn't that cool though? I wouldn't complain if it ended like
We're
that.
house junkies. Like every kind of era. Well, anything older than the
Well, here's
1900s.
yeah, Old English Tudor style.
Give me a house built older than 1900s and I will be, oh, I love it. Well, I think the bungalows were built, they were 1890, 1900. So yeah, I like bungalows, anything newer than that. But this is what we were trying to do for our fireplace, old design. We changed it to have the barrel design with the rocket stove, because when we actually had built one out of stone all the way up, and it took like 3 days to get hot.
Oh, it was.
And we were tired of having it be that way, so I really like the instant heat that you get from that barrel.
Yeah, and we've still got a lot to work on that one, but so I wouldn't mind having something kind of like this as far as like the grandness of it, just really big and rocky.
Well, yeah, I like having a big rock wall, but I don't necessarily have to have it be my stove.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Want my heat to be hotter.
Yeah,
Faster.
and it's a lot more efficient now, so we're really happy that we changed it.
I love this one.
This is our kitchen, and you see when we're cooking at the stove, you see these 3 windows behind us all the time, but this is what it's going to eventually look like. We're kind of inspired by the old Brambley Hedge children's book illustrations.
Every time it shows our face, it unfocuses. I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna hold it up closer.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom had these books called Brambley Hedge. They're these little animals that, burrow out the inside of a tree and stuff, and then their houses look a lot like this, and the illustrations are adorable. So you'll have to Google that if you're curious to what that looks like. But yeah, basically take this and add, wheels of cheese, herbs hanging all over the place, copper pots, like gorgeous, beautiful antique clutter everywhere. That's what the kind of stuff that they filled out their house with, and that would be awesome.
We're really, I guess, romantic about the life that we think we live, and we want to make it be the reality. And so, I don't know, certain things just inspire us so much. It makes us feel like we're in this other time, in this other world, and we really want to make our house and our property be that kind of a thing. That we could, as soon as we come home from whatever we're doing, we feel like we've gone back in time and gone into this alternate universe that only exists.
I think we've established that in many ways, though, even though it's not done.
Well, yeah, we're certainly getting there. But
So
I guess in my mind right now, I'm thinking of all the trees, and we just like literally go into this
tunnel of trees.
tunnel of trees, and we can't see the world outside of us for there.
Yes, like Disneyland, like there's no building allowed to be taller
yeah.
than any of the tree line. That's what I want our place
Yeah.
to be like. It's actually not that hard because we live with, there's not very much stuff around us. But so this is a drawing that I did back when we were still thinking we wanted to do like a Tudor style with straw bales. We ended up doing cement instead, but this is when the greenhouse finally took shape. This actually is different. We've changed it. We added a roof. So yeah,
Where on which part?
to the greenhouse.
Oh yeah, the
This
instead of
is
just glass.
this is what it looks like when Trent does it.
Mm-hmm.
Very much different.
Well, yours is a lot more colorful
Now-
and fun.
We've changed the roof there. It doesn't look like that.
Sorry.
The boys' room.
Oh yeah, I still like it, but
Well,
would
we
have been-
didn't do it yet. We
Yeah.
can still change it.
Yeah, true. That's what's so hard.
Here's another one that I drew.
Let's see that one.
I'm just laughing at my skills.
Oh, it's more about. Oh, I love all the greenery though that Laura Jean puts in there. Her drawings. How long have we been
This
going?
is-
16 minutes. That's
Oh.
pretty long.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we better wind
Yeah,
down.
we could show you all night.
Yes, we could. We need to go to bed though. The idea was for this to be faster, but this could be a ongoing thing if you guys want. We'll show you more later. So anyway, but
Yeah. So thanks to Ministeading. Thanks, Doug, for showing us your sketchbook, and thanks for joining us. And tune in tomorrow for like just the normal stuff. Actually, it'll be
today's
today's
episode.
episode
and
will
we'll
be
show
tomorrow.
it tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.
Bye.